Tribal Police Department and a couple other things. I was hoping to talk to you about that.
Oh yeah, yeah. We did speak with Dustin Davis, but turns out what he said is completely different.
Okay.
It
I
was
guess
just it was just basically just giving the runaround.
you guys were given the runaround.
It just normally feel that's what it felt like, but I don't know. He says that people listen, that you guys are gonna listen, but see, we get bounced back to tribal, and we get sent to somewhere else, and when there's supposed to be a lawful hearing someone, but from both parties, our parties never get heard. It's always someone's way, and there's no way else out. And so we had to go speak with Dustin, and during that discussion, what he had to say really said a lot. But there was a lot of hesitant pauses. But yes, I understand. I could have 2 or 3 reasons what this call could be specifically about, but right now I really wouldn't know what you guys would want to hear our concerns would be, because our concerns have been deeply expressed enough, and still, like, I went to jail over it, and I don't understand how I would get thrown in jail over the person that raped my niece, the people that killed my cousin. Like, the day you took me in was the day Rosanna got killed the next day later. And my voice, you guys said you didn't want to hear me. You were there with one of them when they arrested me so many times, and that's why we always said it was a puppet, because I know how this game works. I may be 20 years old, but I already knew what our tribe and what other tribes face. I'm not going to say no more, but I already know how this rolls.
Okay. I guess what were your concerns more specifically from what was it, August 12th or whatever, when you guys were talking to Dustin? Was it just general concern for the way things operate, or is there something else going on?
Just
Tom said the attorney will handle this.
I don't think I can say anything further, but the attorney will handle the rest of it, I believe.
Okay, that's fine. I won't ask you any more about that. So while you were talking to Dustin, you were talking about taking up arms against tribal council. I guess, what was that about? I'm not familiar with the history on that.
Excuse me?
While you were talking to Dustin, you said that the Black Elk agreed not to take up arms, and that might be necessary. I guess I don't know the history of Black Elk taking up arms, or advising he wouldn't take up arms.
Our people are peaceful people, but our people always had people attacking against its own. But I don't think I should. I don't know. I recorded our whole conversation with Dustin Davis, though. So if I gotta replay that for the lawyer, I can.
Is that something you're willing to replay for me?
No, thank you. Not at the time.
Okay. Is there a reason, I guess?
Because it pertains to a whole case.
Okay. What case is that?
The attorney will be further reaching with that.
That's fine. So the history with Black Elk, I guess, can you explain that to me a little bit?
Black Elk got its name from my grandmother and Jean Flaman's mother, but that's how the Black Elk's name came about. But our history from our tribal people was that I was trying to explain to him, why is it that our people are always constantly being... I don't know how to put it really to you right now, because I don't think you're because you said you don't know our history. It's not the Black Elk's history, it's the family history, because there's not supposed to be that many people here as expressed before. But that's not the case right now. The case is about the abuse.
Wait, so Do you mean in tribal council or in the tribe in general, or?
There's like, I don't know how you put it. See, there's people that are fraudulently enrolled and they get into position where they ended up like, you know how Augie Floyd was murdered, Rosanna was murdered, and there was more people involved into their murders, and like how my niece was raped and all of them were raped, and my sister was raped, and because how the detective Mata that works at Black Oak, or not Black Oak, but you know, works alongside people that work in Black Oak, and his job was protected by a higher up. That's why I said this whole system of how the tribe works is not no secret, because like, I mean, the person that's supposed to be my uncle even was on council. Like family, cousins, relatives sat on council, and I mean, this case is bigger than what it is, and it's supposed to be handled by an attorney, and that's all I want to say further.
Okay, I guess I was trying to figure out how I might be able to help you.
You would not help me in any way because you've done enough help by constant harassment, and I shouldn't even have to tell you when everything has already been acknowledged within like the file documents that are kept, and hopefully not any deleted footage from body cams.
Okay, I guess I don't have the files in front of me you're talking about.
I know.
Get a copy of those? No?
I probably wouldn't be, well, maybe.
Maybe? Okay. So...
FOIA?
I guess, what is FOIA?
Oh, yeah.
You want me to FOIA the documents from you?
For me. If I want to get my extra copy, make sure everything, you know, hopefully matches up, because you know how many times documents come up? Because, you know, Carrie Carabell, you know, I'm not even going to tell you because I might throw my case off, but you know what? Carrie Carabell tried to say back in February 3rd, 2022, that I didn't show up for a probation hearing, and I did because I took a picture of me in the front. And she tried to get me set up for a probation violation, and she already had the letter typed up, and she sent it. And she already tried to get a call on me to the police, and I didn't understand how she did that when I already saw her February 3rd at 10:33 in the morning.
Is that February of this year or a different year?
2 years ago, because of, you remember when are you Officer Stanton?
Yep.
You remember when you came and arrested me? You remember?
Are you talking about
Well,
when you guys were...
You remember you came ask questions, and it was Officer Jill and Officer Gabbage, I believe. But it was them two, and they put me in the back of your trucks.
I think so. That was a while ago.
Yep. August 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that court incident you're talking about was in relation to that arrest?
Not specifically, but you know, like it, like you know how like damn, man, if you only made a separate page and kept up with the media and just kept up with what the story was. Because then you would understand what your job was really being used for, like what they're paying you out of like our funding. Like you would understand, like I'm not saying it disrespectfully. I just say like that's pretty messed up, because they had you doing jobs that was involved that you should have never been involved with. Like that was never the Chippewa way's belief, and then the way of, I mean, there's specific police protocol, I can understand that, but legally abiding protocol and standard procedures, I mean that's the part that scares me, because I don't know how long this case is going to take to investigate. Like, I mean, it's still an investigation right now as we speak, and I don't know nothing on what's being kept, but I know like there's other sources are asking for information, and it's hard to get information when it's like I need the right truth, because it's always being left out.
Okay. The investigation you're talking about, like through the BIA or something?
No, it's different, separate.
Is it
I mean, because like,
I
mean, like it's like, okay, part where like what's going on is like a chapter, and
okay.
I mean, I'm not saying this right, but like, see, like, you know how you said our history of the tribe? and you know how long we've been here, and you know, like say, like, remember when Officer Jill almost killed my sister?